We have a major Kyrie Irving injury update that is more accurate than some of the updates we have been getting, as we do know the Dallas Mavericks really aren't the best when it comes to updating the fans on the injuries. And the same can be said for Kyrie Irving. Ever since he tore his ACL and then got the surgery for the ACL, it's been a mixed bag of updates surrounding him, whether he's ahead of schedule or he's on schedule or he's been in the gym putting up shots or he's not sure if he's going to be back before All-Star break. It's been very confusing trying to see where Kyrie Irving is on his trajectory to return, but the other day during media day, as well as just yesterday after the first day of training camp, we have good updates surrounding Kyrie Irving that should let fans know that things are looking pretty good. So in this video, we're going to take a look at Kyrie Irving, see all that was said during media day, as well as how things looked after the first day of training camp, and what we as fans should expect on his return. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 21,703 subscribers. Just want to say thank you guys so much for all the love and support. I've been feeling it over the last 2 years. And we are going live next Monday when the Mavericks play their first preseason game against the Thunder. So if you want to be there for it, make sure you subscribe. But the Dallas Mavericks will be without Kyrie Irving for at least the first half of next season, that we already know. And there have been a lot of different updates floating around that are leaving Mavericks fans kind of confused, scratching their heads as to what is it with Kyrie Irving. There's even been some conspiracy theories out there that say that maybe Kyrie isn't actually injured, which isn't true at all. Kyrie Irving did tear his ACL. He has surgery for it, and his recovery has been going well. But when you got updates like this floating around, they had a lot of fans very excited, myself included. And the update like this, which said Kyrie Irving is reportedly ahead of schedule in his recovery from ACL surgery per Dallas Hoops Journal. And if you actually read the article, it isn't much. It says an unnamed source says Kyrie Irving is ahead of schedule. That's it. And if you're like me, you probably were looking at that like, how is Kyrie Irving ahead of schedule if there is no schedule? You've given us no timetable, no date, no frame of reference on how long he'll be out. We're just assuming from the time that he got the surgery around April that it may take a full year for him to come back, or at least a full year from the injury. Around February is most likely when he'll return. But we all know the Dallas Mavericks, even Kyrie himself, have never once said when Kyrie Irving will return. So him being ahead of schedule is kind of odd. But we did get an update from Kyrie Irving as well as Jason Kidd yesterday during media day that Kyrie Irving is on schedule. He said it himself. We can take a look at the quote. Kyrie Irving said he is right on schedule with his ACL recovery. He said it's been a great journey so far. So although we've seen Kyrie Irving in the gym, putting up shots, working on the floater, actually doing a little bit of light contact workouts, he is not ahead of schedule. He is right on schedule. Whether that is middle of January, like I think, or maybe right before or after All-Star break, which a lot of other people think, Kyrie Irving will be back in some fashion this season. More so, we should focus on how will we manage before Kyrie Irving. I mean, Jason Kidd said himself during media day, the starting lineup is not set in stone. This is going to be a competition during training camp on who will be in that starting lineup. He wants this team to be competitive, not just until Kyrie Irving returns, but from the moment the first game happens to the very last game, game 1 to game 82. Jason Kidd wants this team to be competitive throughout the entire season, and that starts now during training camp when we're trying to see who's going to be in the starting lineup. But if we do take a look at some of the updates we have from Kyrie Irving at training camp, it is very promising. I'm all over the place, but yes, here it is. Kyrie Irving, part of post-practice shooting drills at Mavericks training camp in Vancouver, and this is amazing to see. He was in the corner putting up threes. We did see some videos last week or a week before that of him in the gym putting up more shots, working on the floater, working on the three, and that's what you want to see. Yes, Kyrie Irving, with all of this that we're seeing, Kyrie Irving may still not return until February. But it's better to see him in the gym, working on his game, working on shots, getting those repetitions in, versus us going the next few months not seeing anything or hearing anything about Kyrie, and we're just unsure of what things look like. The Dallas Mavericks have a pretty decent start to their schedule. We do have a better start to the season. In the second half gets a little bit more difficult, which I like until Kyrie Irving returns. I want to make sure that we have all the easy games, all the easy matchups, all the easy wins now. And then when Kyrie returns, hopefully the team's a little bit more ready to play with Kyrie Irving, that they've kind of worked on some of the kinks to take care of those harder games toward the end of the season. A lot of people see this Dallas Mavericks team as a play-in team still. I think we can definitely be a top 6, if not a top 5 team next season. The Dallas Mavericks have all the inner workings, and it will start with the point guard position, when with D'Angelo Russell, with Brandon Williams, and even Jaden Hardy, who could still, until he gets traded or waived, maybe, who knows, whatever happens with Jaden Hardy, he still has time to shock and wow everybody by playing a point guard or a very, very good shooting guard. There's also Dante Exum. There's also Dennis Smith Jr., who will be a part of this team in some way, shape, or form. But there was a question asked to Kyrie Irving about the point guard position, specifically about D'Angelo Russell, and he had this to say. Kyrie Irving made it seem like there is going to be a real battle for the starting point guard spot at training camp when asked about D'Angelo Russell, and I absolutely love it. Nothing given, everything earned, and like in our last video with Jason Kidd, he even said himself, that starting lineup is not set in stone, except for maybe 1 or 2 people. We can surmise that, yes, Anthony Davis will be our starting power forward. Unfortunately, Dwight Powell can't win that spot, but maybe starting center. Who knows what Dwight Powell will do in training camp. But we can surmise that, yes, Anthony Davis will be our starting power forward. Starting point guard, no, it's going to be a battle. Starting shooting guard, I can imagine that's also going to be a battle. The starting small forward or maybe the starting center could also be a lock, or that could also be a battle. We can just assume Anthony Davis and everyone else has to earn it. And that's actually a good thing. We all talk about how deep this Dallas Mavericks team is, and we also have talked about in the past where Jason Kidd loves to experiment with this roster. He likes to change different lineups, try different rotations, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it just makes us very angry with the losses which we could have won. But with this current team, with how deep we are, sure, Jason Kidd, go out there and just experiment away. Just change it up, plug and play, do whatever it is you need to do. But when it comes to Kyrie Irving, he said it himself. He felt like he was playing like a top 15 player before his injury. And when he comes back, he doesn't want to be that same Kyrie Irving. He wants to be better. And this Dallas Mavericks team has all the makings of a championship team. Even though Kyrie Irving may not come back until the second half of the season, who knows? Maybe next season things look better for the Dallas Mavericks. I know that we can still fight this season. I'm not calling it quits just yet, but I have to be honest and realistic. I do think this team can make the playoffs, but it does depend on the health. It depends on Kyrie Irving, Cooper Flagg on his rookie development, Anthony Davis, if he can play hopefully 65, 70 games, then this Dallas Mavericks team will be in a good spot. But let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think that Kyrie Irving will return sometime after All-Star break? Do you think he'll come back at all? Or do you think that he'll be back by Christmas time, coming back for that Christmas Day game, puts up 50 points, brings the Dallas Mavericks team back from, I don't know where we'll be at that time. And let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We could have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for being so far to the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. And as always, y'all take care, drink water. Peace.